say thanks for the things you've done for me. Things so undeserved, yet you gave to prove your love to me. The voices of a million angels could not express my gratitude. All that I am and ever hope to be, I owe it all to thee. Just let me live my life and let it be pleasing, Lord, to thee. And should I gain any praise, let it go to
To the Most High God be all of the glory for all of the great things that He has done. All with His blood, He has saved me. And with His power, He has raised me. To the Most High, Supreme, highest energy, Creator God, be the glory for all of the great things you have done. My brothers and my sisters, this is Dr. Samuel O. Kirkland, Sr., Shepherd's Care Bible College and Shepherd's Care Fellowship, coming to you today with our final podcast on the subject of religiosity or religious matters. Today's final moment shall be brought to you in a very condensed and short message. This message is coming to you after much thought, much meditation, and much prayer, and much study of the subject matter. If we cannot agree, then how can we walk together? If we don't agree, how can we walk together? Over the last month, I have been researching the number of people who have listened to the podcast, to the number of people who completely turned it off, and asking the question, why did you discontinue to listen? And a lot of the answers were that, Dr. Kirkland, you've gotten too far out there. Well, that's a good thing, because it was my instructions from my spirit, the discernment of the Holy Spirit, that it's time for us to stop giving those little Sunday school messages and get the people of the Most High to be progressive in their knowledge of who the Most High is. And that means to study, to show oneself approved. And obviously, I'm finding that a lot of people don't want to study, but they want to be made to feel good, to have their ears tickled. I'm not going to go on with a long dissertation on this subject, but I'm just going to say this is my final moment. The Bible teaches, scriptures say, that the way of the Christ, the anointed one who came into the earth to destroy all of the yokes that have us bound, that the way to the Jewish, and I'll say Gentile believers, is a stumbling block. And to the non-believers, the New Age, the agnostics, it is a lot of foolishness. So I don't want to be one to create a stumbling block before you, my brothers and my sisters, and I certainly don't want to be putting out a lot of foolishness. So today is my final moment, the final sharing moment on the subject of religion. I take as the foundation for this decision from the Old Testament prophet of Amos. Amos is found in the Old Testament books following directly after Joel. Now, the words of Amos was among the sheep breeders. That's who Amos was. He was among the sheep breeders of Tekoa, which he saw concerning Israel in the days of Uzziah, king of Judah, and in the days of Jeroboam, the son of Joash, king of Israel. 2 years before the earthquake, he saw something concerning the nation of Israel. And I would go so far as to say, to see that which has come to pass, the believers of the Judeo-Christian belief, that he saw something. And so if we fast forward to chapter 3 of Amos, and this is the foundation for this departure, my final moment. Amos chapter 3 says, "Hear this word that the Lord has spoken against you, O children of Israel, against the whole family I brought up from the land of Egypt, saying, You only have I known of all the families of the earth. Therefore, I will punish you for all your iniquities. Can two walk together? Verse 3 says, can two walk together unless they are agreed? We thank the Most High for the reading of this profound word. Can two walk together unless they are agreed? Can we walk together, saints, if we don't agree who the Most High is? If we can't agree that the Most High, God of the Most High, is the supreme, highest energy creator of all creation. If we can't agree that it's that energy that's created something, everything from nothing. If we can't agree on that, we can't walk together. If we can't agree that the commandments, the two that was left for us, could be followed, and they are, love the Lord thy God, the true and living God, with all our hearts and all of our might, all of our power, and have no other gods before us. No gods of money, no gods of lust, no gods of war, but the only true and living God, who says, I sent into this world my only begotten, not created son, but begotten son, a son who came into fruition by way of a young girl's womb being inseminated or incarnated by the Spirit of the Most High. And that he came to show us the way, back to the Father. And in doing so, gave up his life on Calvary, that we may be saved if we believe. And if we cannot believe that this man, this Yeshua HaMashiach, Jesus of Nazareth, was indeed and as indeed the only begotten, not the only created, but the only begotten Son of the Most High. If we can't agree, then certainly we can't walk together. If we can't agree that messengers came in the Old Testament, messengers in the New Testament, and there are true messengers today, because the world is going forward, not backwards, and that as we progress, more and more of the knowledge of the only true God is being revealed through just ordinary people teaching ordinary people to love the Lord thy God with all thy heart, all thy might, and have no other God before them, and to love one another, not to fight one another, not to try and destroy one another, but to love one another. If we can't agree on that, then there's no way we can walk together. And in closing, saints, I say to you, I believe. I go beyond the belief to the knowing. I know that my heavenly Creator is real. I know that the messengers came to this earth or received oracles from the Most High to show us the way. And the last one who said it is finished came by way of the faith that I grew up under. But nevertheless, knowing there is more than just that story, not to add,